Let's talk about military pay for all branches. Let's start with the military pay table or pay chart for all branches of the military. I'll show you where you can always find the latest version of this pay table. We'll highlight several different military entitlements, bonus pay types, and amounts, give a basic overview of the blended retirement system, and finishing off by totaling all of the money you can make from your base pay during a 20-year enlisted career. Military pay is not a secret. It's public information. Google it and you'll find out exactly how much each person in the military is making. The best place to go for the most up-to-date military pay table is militarypay.defense.gov. Then click on Active Duty Base Pay. Here's the military pay table. It's a matter of pay grade on the left versus time in service on the top. I've already made 3 videos about ranks for all of the branches of the military. They're broken up between officer ranks, warrant officer ranks, and enlisted ranks for all branches. If you haven't yet seen these videos, you should. I'll put a link below in the description. For pay purposes, ranks are grouped into pay grades. The pay grades are the same regardless of which branch of the military you're in. Pay grades are organized as E1 through E9 for enlisted, W1 through W5 for warrant officers, and O1 through O10 for officers. The columns are organized by years in service. For example, an E1 going through basic training makes $1,602 a month. This is called your base pay. I do want to highlight that when I joined the Army as a second lieutenant O1 back in the day, my base pay was less than $1,602 a month. It makes me very happy to see how the quality of life and pay has gone up so much over the years. Let's move on to entitlements, allowances, and bonuses. The first and most important military allowance is the Basic Allowance for Housing, or BAH. Each branch and location will have their own rules for who will live on base in government housing and/or in the barracks. If you live on base, then the military will provide you with a place to stay and utilities for free. But if you are allowed to live off base, you will be given BAH. BAH is dependent upon your rank. E4s get less BAH than O4s, and someone with dependents, for example a spouse or a child, will make more BAH than someone of the same rank who's unmarried. To calculate your BAH, you should go to the BAH calculator. Type in your zip code and rank and you'll find out how much you're going to be entitled for BAH. In this example, we see that a married E5 going through Special Forces training at Fort Bragg is entitled to $1,233 a month for housing allowance. If you live in the barracks, all of your meals will be provided by the dining facility. If you don't live in barracks, then you are entitled to Basic Allowance for Subsistence, or BAS. BAS is meant to offset the cost for a member's meals. Officers get $256 a month and enlisted get $372 a month. Again, I'm glad enlisted get more than officers. Well done. You can also earn extra pay if you're sent to combat zones. Hardship Duty Pay is compensation paid to members assigned outside the continental United States in quality of life hardship locations. This pay is given in $50 increments based upon how much they're already receiving in their cost of living allowance. Hostile Fire Pay, Imminent Danger Pay, is for those serving in combat zones. This pay is $225 a month. There are a lot of specialty pays in the military. Each branch has their own nuances for who is entitled to them and when, but some of the most lucrative specialty pays include Medical Officer Additional Specialty Pay. This is to compensate doctors who would make substantially more money if they were working in the civilian workplace. Flight Pay. This is used to keep pilots from getting out and working for the airlines. This incentive is $125 all the way up to $840 a month. Flying Duty Crew Member Pay. This is to compensate crew members for the inherent danger of their job and ranges from $110 to $250 per month. Parachute Pay goes to static line paratroopers at $150 a month, while Halo or Military Freefall Specialty Pay is $225. Special Operations Forces or engineers can earn demolition or demo pay at $150 a month. Language pay is for language-dependent linguists and language-capable members of the military in language-coded positions. This is up to $400 a month per language, capped out at $1,000 per month. Dive pay for combat divers and Navy SEALs is up to $340 a month for enlisted and $240 a month for officers. When I was on an ODA, I was making $150 a month for airborne pay, $150 for demo pay, $240 for dive pay, and $400 for language pay. Of course, no one does it for the money. Back then, I was making $940 more a month because I had an awesome job, regardless of where I was deployed to. That makes $11,280 more a year. Sometimes it pays to go special ops. Let's finish off by talking about retirement pay. The U.S. military now has what is called the blended retirement system, which combines elements of the legacy retirement system with benefits similar to those offered by many civilian 401k plans. I'm not going to discuss all of the nuances of the blended retirement system right now. I'll make another video about that in the future. But let's say it mainly consists of two parts. The first is a 401k-like entity called the Thrift savings plan, and the second is a check every month for the rest of your life. Let's start with the Thrift savings plan, or TSP. You have your choice of several different funds, both in a traditional or Roth IRA. The military matches your investment up to 5% of your base pay each month. And you can always take this with you, whether you've served for 3 years or you're retiring after 30 years. The second part is a check for life from the government. This is the more traditional retirement. In order to be eligible for the check for life, you need to serve 20 years active duty. This benefit is calculated by multiplying the number of years you served by 2%. So if you serve 20 years, your retirement check is 40% of your base pay every month for the rest of your life. If you serve 25 years, then your retirement check is 50% of your base pay. I also want to remind you that your military retirement is taxable on your federal taxes and in many states. Let's finish off by totaling how much money you can make just from your base pay during a 20-year enlisted career. Here's the basic pay chart. I've highlighted a standard progression for a 20-year enlistment. Here's a simplification chart which summarizes an example of that career progression. The first 4 months of basic training you make $1,602 a month. The rest of the year you make $1,733 a month. Then you're promoted to E2 and you make $1,942 for 12 months. Then you get promoted to E3 and make $2,171 every month for 12 months. Then you serve as an E4 for 12 months. You end up spending 4 years as an E5, 4 years as an E6, 4 years as an E7, and finish up serving your last 4 years as an E8. Down at the bottom right, you will see that your salary alone will give you $890,786 over the course of your career. The truth is that you will never become a millionaire by enlisting in the military, but you will always have a place to live, you will never go hungry, and you will have a higher standard of living than 90% of the people in the world. Now let's say you get married as an E5 and start getting housing allowance. Your housing allowance is only $1,000 a month, and for simplicity's sake, it never changes. But in actuality, of course, it will go up every year. 16 years later, you would have received $192,000. It would be smart if you were able to use that money to pay off your house or to build equity for your retirement home. Let's say that as an E5, you go into SOF and you start making jump pay, demo pay, and dive pay. They send you to learn Arabic and you study hard. You are now making over $10,000 a year in specialty pay for the rest of your career. Not a bad incentive for getting the best equipment, working with the best people, and getting the best missions. No one should join the military for the money, but it's good to know what you can expect and when. I'm going to put hyperlinks to all of the referenced websites in the description. Thanks for watching. I hope you now better understand how much money you can or will make while serving in the military. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep learning, or to forward this video to someone who needs to see it. Life is a special operation. Are you ready for it?